Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to Let's Debrief.
We're happy to have you. If it is your first time, we never welcome first timers. If it is your first time, welcome. We're so happy you are here. And there is a lot of good content that you should go back and listen to before you listen to this one.
Yes, absolutely. Get to know us a bit before
go back and get to know us, hear about traumatic births and ending up naked in bathtubs, and then come back to this episode.
Did you get any feedback from last week's episode?
Shockingly, no. No one said anything to me yet. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like some people that know me and knew the story, like, we're just like, oh, that was so funny that you said, like, that you told it. But no one's been like, oh my gosh, that was so shocking.
Yeah, I feel like it is kind of shocking hearing that from you. But hey, it was his 21st birthday.
I know. We had to let loose one time and, that was enough for me.
Yeah, never again.
Literally never again. But yeah, what's been new with you?
Well, this week, our family has had a cold, unfortunately.
Sad.
That's why I'm drinking my tea instead of my usual ice drink. And sadly, this is Monty's first cold.
It's so sad.
Here's the thing. So I have not really had any symptoms that are like physical. Like I'm not coughing or like have a runny nose or anything. It's just kind of like my throat hurts and I just like have a headache. Just feel like gross.
Yeah. Like so achy at all?
Yes. Ugh. But like she doesn't have any symptoms. She doesn't have like a fever, runny nose, anything like that. But she just is acting sad.
That's so sad.
Tired. And like she's not like doing her normal kicks and like her like smiliness.
Her energy levels are just really low.
Yes. And that is what's just making me think that she's sick. Obviously, because Tanner and I are both sick and then she's doing that. I'm like, okay, she probably must be. And she's been like waking up a lot in the night. So I think that she's sick, but she's doing better now. But she was just the one day she was just so sad and like literally just like still and quiet. And her face was just flat, and I was like,
there is like literally nothing worse than a sad baby.
Sad baby, I know, and not even crying, just like
that's it. It makes it even worse because like when they're crying, you're just like, okay, clearly you're in pain, clearly something's wrong.
I gotta do something.
Yeah, but she's just like, I'm sad.
She's like, I'm tired, Mom. So, anyways, there was something else that I was going to say. You say your thing and then I'll remember what I was also going to say. You were going to talk about your neck problem.
Oh, yes. So for the first time in, I guess, a year. Yeah, because last year I had like a pinched nerve and I had to go to the chiropractor. Oh, it was spooky. Do not recommend.
She had you went to the ER first.
Yes. And listen, I was already not feeling great about medical doctor stuff. I've just literally never had to go to the doctor. The last time, which people might shame me for this, the last time
I think our listeners have proven that they will not shame us.
That is true.
They love us.
They support our decisions.
Yes.
Mostly they agree with us. But then if anything, they're just like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
They're like, you go girls.
You get it, girlies. The last time I went to a doctor's office was when I was 16 and I needed a physical for school, to play sports. That was legitimately the last time I went to the doctor. So I just don't go very often, but I pinched a nerve. It was something slipped. I don't know. Something slipped and it was pinching a nerve and in my back last year. And it was the worst pain. It was shooting down and I literally was hunched over and it was so bad that I was I'm going to throw up. And
I remember. Yeah. You were in the bathroom going to throw up.
Yeah.
And then you told Cole, I have to go to the emergency room.
Yeah. And he drove me literally at 3 a.m. and we waited. We got there at 3 a.m. and we waited to be seen until 8 a.m. And my parents came and dropped off Chick-fil-A. And literally once the doctor came in and it's I'm trying to be understanding because I know it's an ER and they see a lot of people, but it wasn't that full. And once he finally did see me, he's like, what's the issue? And I was
hurt.
Yeah, hurt bad.
Bad pain.
Bad pain,
sir.
back hurt. And so he literally
He probably like, okay, I know this sounds horrible, but I feel like people saying that their back hurts is like the number one thing that like
to get drugs.
say. Yes.
Literally. He probably, was not amused at all. But it was like, again, so sad. Like he had me like lean forward and then started digging. I was like, yeah, it like hurts right there. And he started digging into it and like pressing so hard. And Cole was like sitting like where you were. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this hurts so bad. And he like felt so sad because he was like, I don't know how to help you.
Yeah.
But I was like, that hurts. And he was like, yeah, I can't feel anything. Doesn't like feel like there's any like lump there or anything. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'll give you ibuprofen to help the pain. And I was like,
are you kidding?
I have ibuprofen at home, but thank you very much. And then shout out to Nachi. We always give him a shout out. I feel like every other episode, but I was like, I'm in a lot of pain. Like, do you recommend anything? And he was like, I'll get you an appointment with, the chiropractor that I like studied under.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, wonderful. And this guy was so amazing. He like was open late for us and came in and gave me so much time and just like listened to me and took x-rays. And he was like, yeah, it looks like this is like a little bit pinched, and was so kind and so caring. And literally, this is like,
this is crazy.
Yeah. The body is like so insane, but he was like, okay, I'm going to roll your calf. And I was like, what? And he literally took like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen like track runners like use it before, but like just a tiny like rod, and he like rubbed my calf and like just massaged it out. And he was like, no, stand up. And I stood up and I was like, are you joking me?
He didn't even crack your back at all?
Didn't even crack me. I was like,
that's truly so, like to you from going to, I'm going to go to the ER because I'm going to throw up because it hurts so bad too. Let me touch this spot on your leg.
I was blown away. And he was like, do you have like a massage gun at home? And I was like, yeah, actually. And he was like, okay, whenever like it starts to hurt, like just hit like your calf with the massage gun.
Was it the side? Was there a side that the back was hurting on? And
it was mainly my right calf. Yeah. Like it was it was my right side of my back. And then he just like hit my right calf. And
honestly, I should try doing this to Tanner next time he throws his back out.
Literally. I like said to him, I was like, are you kidding? And then like he knew that I was at the ER and everything. And he was like,
don't trust them.
Literally, he was like, I'm so happy it like worked out. And then I think I went back one more time, like maybe the next day, and like got adjusted. I would have kept going to him 100%. He was just an hour away.
Yeah.
And I just was like, can't you like make a practice like closer to my house? But
seriously,
he was wonderful. So I've been like kind of sad about that. And so I needed to find a new chiropractor. And it's just like, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I hate places that like you have to call. So I'm always, and I feel like every chiropractor's office is like this. So I'm always on the hunt for a chiropractor or anything that allows me to book online. I feel the same way about like nails.
Love an online booking. Actually, sorry, really quick.
You're fine.
Our chiropractor that we go to, I hate calling too. But now that I know them so well, and I can just say, I always say, hey, Cass, it's Jenna. And she's like, hey. And that, cute. I'm like, it's fine now.
Yes. Yeah.
But you have to get to that point or like it sucks.
Yeah. There was a chiropractor I went to before this who was also very sweet, but it was like, I got out of a rhythm, like, cause you know, like when you get your adjusted and then you go up to the front desk and they're like, when do you want to come in next? And I had to cancel one of them. So then I was like, well, how did I call in the first place? And I had like the chiropractor's personal cell number. And I was like, I'm not going to call him. Like, that's weird. And so it was just weird. Like, I was like, because he was also really great and was like closer. But I was like, I don't want to call.
Yeah.
So I found a chiropractor that had online booking, and he was really great. And this just in, I have no curve in my neck. Which is just, I've never heard of that before, but he took x-rays.
Is he saying it's become like that over time or you're born like that?
No, I think it's become like that. He was like, what do you do for work? And I was like, social media marketing. And he's like, so you sit at a computer all day?
And
podcasting. This is my full-time job.
Wait, I'm listening, but I am just going to look up like, what does the neck supposed to look like?
Okay. But he was like, yeah, what do you do for a living? And I was like, he's like, you're at a computer a lot. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, so you're probably slouched over. And I was like, yeah. Yes. Also, like, I feel like a lot of people might disagree with this too, but I don't prefer working at a desk. I love sitting on my couch and sitting in bed.
Me too.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Cole is like, absolutely not.
There's your
That's
neck
what mine looks like. Yeah. Show the people. I'm the red X.
I hope this.
It might not be in focus, but Cole can fix it, maybe. We'll just put a pop-up of it right here.
Thank you, Cole.
Thank you, Cole. But yeah, it's literally like straight up when it's supposed to be like out. Ugh. So literally he was
Ew.
just like, you need, and my hips aren't even. Don't know how that got that way. I think it was
I
like
feel
years
that's
of
pretty
nannying.
common.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like nobody has like, he was like, your one leg is like longer than the other. I was like, isn't that like everybody has that?
Monty always has that.
Really?
Yeah, when we take her, well, since she started rolling,
Mhm.
her hips are always out. Her one leg is longer. And it's like just so sad. And it's so funny because our chiropractor will like tell Tanner to like help him adjust it. And it's just like so weird.
What did
Her
like,
little body.
I think I've seen like the one video. Does he just put like a massage gun on his hand and like,
and then like pushes with it. But then you also know like those things are kind of like a pen that clicks, but like harder.
like a gun though?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was
small.
like, at the end, he was like using the gun. He was like, I just need to knock this thing like back in place.
Knock it.
Knock it.
Yeah. He uses like the little pen like clicker on her back.
Oh.
But she lays on me.
Okay. So you absorb like it
I don't
almost,
know.
kind of.
Some of it.
At least it's better than like laying on the hard table.
Yeah.
I want to see her get adjusted. Baby chiropractor.
It's so cute. I have a video of her first adjustment when she was 5 days old.
Oh my
I'll show it to you.
gosh. That's crazy. But yeah, I went to the chiropractor. Honestly, this is just another life update. I feel like I'm on my wellness grind. Like I really
Yes.
feel like I'm in and I said this to Cole today. I was like, I feel like I'm in a good routine. Like I
You're
was a
like,
6
you're-
a.m. girly this week.
I heard that's what you said. And you said, unfortunately, it does make your day better.
Yes. If anyone's seen that TikTok, this girl posted it and she was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to report that getting up early and going to the gym, drinking lots of water, doing a cold shower, and starting your day by 8 o'clock really does make a difference. And I was like, yeah.
So sad.
I know. I love like getting up early. Like my alarm is always every day is set for 7:30 just because I'm like, I don't like laying like that much, or like my alarm will go off and then I'll lay in bed for a long time. So I'm like, at least like I have that buffer. But my sister like not challenged me, but she was like, I'm going to Solid Core, like a workout class at 6 a.m. if you want to come. And I was like, sure, like
Yeah.
I'll do it. So I went the one day with her and I was like, dang, this feels nice. I was at
productive.
Whole Foods by 7:30 getting groceries.
Oh, to be at a Whole Foods at 7:30, you
There
know
was
you're the
nobody
elite
there.
of society.
I was wearing, Jen and I were texting about this. I was wearing a Lululemon workout outfit with my Stanley, with my Uggs, had just gotten done with a workout class and was walking around Whole Foods with my own coffee from home. And I was like, this is it. I am living my dream life.
I am giving hot suburban mom.
Yes. Pulling up in my Subaru too. Like this is everything that I want to emulate in life. And so, yeah. And then the next morning we were supposed to go to another class and then she slept in. And so I was already up like by 5:30 and I was like, well, I don't want to drive like all the way down there. So I just ended up going to a Pure Barre class, which is like at my place that's like closer to home. And yeah, it's really the, I was going to say the shit.
You can say that here.
I didn't know it's our podcast, but I'm like, what's allowed here?
I know. Today I woke up. Well, okay. So because we've been sick, Tanner slept in the guest room and then Monty slept in bed with me. And so I somehow this morning woke up before both of them.
Oh.
And I just got my little tea and I was reading my book in bed and it was raining so hard. And
Aw.
I agree with you.
It's so cute.
It does help
I
your
know.
day.
I want to get one of those like books. Well, there are actually 2 books I want to get right now that I've been influenced by other people. Have you seen like the 5-minute journal? Like a lot of people post about. It's like affirmations and like intentions for the day and everything. I think that's really cute. And then Kristen Johns, you follow her, right?
Yeah.
Just like the cutest influencer ever. She has like a devotional that's like 52 weeks in the Word.
Really? She
Yeah.
made one?
Oh, no. Sorry. She posted on her vlog that like she was like, this is what like I'm doing right now. But it was like,
she should make one.
She really should. I know. But yeah, she just like posted it in one of her vlogs and I was like, I should get that just because I struggle so much being like sitting down and being like, I am reading this chapter of the Bible.
It is very hard.
Yeah.
Too.
I need something more laid out.
A guided. Something guided.
So those are the 2 things on my wish list right now.
Nice. I was just going to say this random thought that I had. I've been having it so much lately. I feel like the world of grocery stores is really, they're doing what like TV subscriptions are doing to us.
Wow.
Like some of the stuff is here, some of the stuff is here, and it's making me so mad. So that's what I was going to say when you were just telling me about your eyebrow stuff that you got from Walmart.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll go there when I need to get my cereal. Because guess what? We buy like this sounds so pretentious, but like the organic version of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. I finally found a gluten-free one. I don't know if I told you.
Did you have it? Was it delicious?
Whole Foods. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm very excited.
Okay. So we both eat cereal every night. It's like it's like our special time together. And
the cereal time.
So I go to Walmart to buy this cereal, but it's so annoying because like you have to go to like 10 different places to get different things. Like we're super into this Chobani like cold brew latte thing right now, only at Giant Eagle. And then
that's so annoying.
The cheese and meat that we get is only at the Amish place. And then the eggs that I like are only at Barb's.
Oh no.
So like, and then Aldi, and then like there's literally Aldi, Giant Eagle, Laps, Barb's, and Walmart.
Yeah.
That's 5 places.
And all of your stuff is spread out. I feel the same way. We get our milk and sometimes, we get our milk and sourdough. That might be it. Sometimes eggs from the co-op. I was like, what's it called? East End Food Co-op. And then my special dip is only at Whole Foods. And then most of the stuff we can kind of manage at Aldi. But I just I love Whole Foods. But I did recognize I could get a lot of stuff that I get at Whole Foods from Aldi and it would be a lot cheaper. So I've been like an Aldi girly a lot more recently. But then this week I was like, okay, there's more specific things I want. Also, I got it back on my cooking grind this week and I needed like pad thai noodles. And I was like, Aldi's not going to have that.
And it's so hard too because now I have a baby. So if it's just me, it's like.
You literally have to make an entire day of it.
Genuinely, yeah. And like get her out of the car seat, like put her in the thing. It's a lot. So anyways, that was just my random thought.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We haven't said what we were going to be talking about today. But we put out a question box a couple weeks ago and we're like, okay, we want to hear from the people. What do you guys want to hear from us? What do you want advice? Like, requests? We should do another advice episode soon.
Yes, we should.
But yeah, what are your requests? And literally, I think we got like 15 submissions and like 8 or 9 of them were like, talk about weddings. And we were like, oh, okay. So this is our wedding episode.
I don't know if they're asking for us to talk about our weddings or about weddings that we've attended, but we're going to do both.
Yes.
So here we are.
So you got married first. So you go first.
Okay. Honestly, I don't have that much to say about my wedding.
It was boring and I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay. So we are almost about to be married for 5 years, which is so crazy.
That's so cute.
It's so funny. We were actually talking about that yesterday. And I was like, remember when we said we would do like a vow renewal for 5 years?
Literally, you were like, I think we became friends around you guys celebrating 1 year. Like we literally just like really became friends right after you got married.
Yeah. And so the reason I always wanted to do a vow renewal is because I knew in the moment that my wedding was not like my dream.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can only do so much when you are getting married at 21 and 20?
20, yeah. So anyways, it's just funny looking back that I thought that we were literally going to plan like a whole other wedding this year.
Yeah, you were like, hey, we're going to do this whole thing. I know, it's so funny.
That's the last thing I will ever do.
Yeah. But, okay. So
so we were young. We didn't have any money. So basically we were just like, we asked our parents, like, how much money will you give us, basically? And then we had a pretty small budget. So we got married in a barn that was like out in a field, which is fine. A lot of people still do that nowadays.
PA loves the barns.
Yes, but it was just very like trendy for 2018, like what the happenings were at that time.
Yeah.
And I truly like I feel like we didn't really do much that was like truly us because I don't really think that we knew who we were yet.
That's fair.
And also
what you liked.
Yes. And also B, like, I literally went along with every Pinterest trend that was happening at the time. Like, it was just Pinterest straight up. Like, I had like, my dress was like it was like boho. I was going for boho vibes.
You should, if you want to, you should tell like your dress story too. Cause I feel like that's really cool. Like of how, yeah.
Oh, there's actually two things that were really cool. So the first one, which you kind of have the same story, is that we wanted to get engaged, but we were poor and young. And so I had this ring that I really wanted. It was just a gold solitaire round. And we hadn't really told anyone that we wanted to get engaged, but I was about to graduate college and my dad was like, hey, you like inherited this ring from your great grandmother. And she wanted you to have it when you graduated college, and like just gave it to me. And it was like in a silver titanium setting, and it like looked like it was a square, but it wasn't. It was a round diamond set in the silver. And so we were going to order just like a lab made diamond.
Just like a moissanite diamond.
Yeah. Which honestly,
I
still would.
Yeah, no. And like she said, like we kind of have similar stories. But yeah, I had a like $400 one that was like, Cole, just get this.
Exactly. Because they're so well made now. Like you would never know that they were fake.
And they sparkle more.
They literally do.
Yeah.
And like, then you could get like multiple fun ones. Like
you can switch them out.
I've even thought about just getting one for fun that's like a square or something. Cause I'm like, it would
just
be
to
fun
mix
to
it
have
up,
a different one. But anyways, it was the exact diamond that I wanted. And so Tanner just had to pay to get it reset. And like, it all worked out so perfectly. Like his uncle was a jeweler and he like did it for him. And it was just so perfect. It literally turned out exactly the ring I wanted.
Yeah.
Which was so crazy. So that was like the first thing. And then the second thing was I went to a really nice dress shop, tried on like my dream dress, and couldn't afford it. So then I was like, I'm just going to find one similar to this at like a cheaper way.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting a really ugly dress that I was very regretful of.
And it was similar to this was like similar to the dream one, like the cheaper version of the dream one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I don't even know how to explain this. Like the way that she pinned it on me made it look like different than it was when it came in my size. I had to try it on like a size 14. And so she pinned it like, so it looked like I wanted it. But then when it came in my size, it didn't look the same. It like had like this big like piece here. I don't know. It was ugly. I will post a photo of
yes. Our stories are going to be flooded today.
Yes. I need to I'll write it down when I re-listen to it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was like, okay, whatever. And then like, as the wedding was approaching more and more, I was like,
I hate this.
I don't know if I really want to wear this dress. And I ended up, this is going to sound so confusing. There was another designer that I really loved her dresses too. It wasn't the dream dress, but it was like second probably at the time. And I found the one that I like loved that I had on my Pinterest board. It was for sale on this website used, and it was only $400, which it like originally was like $2,000. And I asked the girl about it and she's like, yeah, like I ended up not getting married. Like it was really sad, but like I had it custom made to my measurements. And I'm like, what are your measurements? And it was exactly mine, like height, like
That's
bust,
crazy.
waist, everything. So she shipped it to me. This is like literally a month before the wedding. Shipped it to me. It fit perfectly. And I just wore it and it was great.
That's which to be fair, I didn't get my dress altered until a month before the wedding, and everyone was
I
like
was
really
so mad at you.
yeah, everyone was really mad at me, but I can't imagine like still not knowing what the dress is going to be like a month before the wedding.
Well, I had this other dress. I just knew it was ugly. And
Yeah.
I was just like, I
Which
don't
like
think I wanna
sucks. Like,
wear
yeah,
this.
you don't want to go into your wedding day being like, I mean, I don't really like this dress, but like whatever.
Yeah. And I loved the dress on the day. And like I said, it was very like trendy at the time, boho. It was like the off the shoulder. Then I, of course, did the flower crown.
I was gonna say your flower crown to match.
I was bleached blonde at the time, which is shocking. And yeah, it was just very, very boho. We had like everybody just wore different colors, which I did like.
Yeah, that's
It
fun.
was so fun.
Like your bridal parties.
Yes. Yeah. Like the guests
I was like,
did not.
yeah, they were different colors.
The guests did not have to follow our strict dress code. But I was gonna say, like, there was two things that we did that like I did feel like us. So one was our favors were a temporary tattoo that our friend drew.
I've literally never heard of anybody else doing that. Like,
There was
how did you
one
come up with
person who
it?
did it. There was one person who did it that I like kind of knew through a
Oh,
friend.
okay.
And then I kind of copied them. They were from Nashville though. So I was like, whatever. So our friend drew a temporary tattoo of our faces in a heart that said the Soliches.
That's so cute.
So that was our favor. And then I was old enough to drink, but Tanner wasn't. So for cocktail hour, we did a ice cream truck.
That's really cute.
And those two things we redid at our baby shower, which
The
I
trend
thought was
continues.
so cute.
No, that's really, really cute.
We got little temporary tattoos that said Montana June, and then we had the ice cream truck there, which was so
Was it the same ice cream
good.
truck?
No, it wasn't.
okay.
I tried to find it, but I didn't. My sister-in-law got us the ice cream truck as our wedding gift.
Oh, nice.
So I had no way of finding out who it was. And
Yeah.
I couldn't see it on any photos. So I was
You're
like,
just like, well, I don't know.
but I loved the people who came to the baby
Oh
shower.
my
It
gosh,
was
they
so
were
awesome.
They were amazing, and they were just like, you're looking at flavors, and I was like, yeah, what do you recommend? And they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna want the Counting Candy. Like it's just
Ugh.
like we're always making suggestions, and like you should mix these two, like just the sweetest old couple.
They also gave me like a little container to go and of my favorite flavor. And then I forgot about it. And then after I had Monty, Tanner was like, your ice cream is in here. And I had it and it was so good.
Oh,
It
the
was, like,
best
so cute.
surprise.
I was like, aw. But one more thing that I'm going to say about our wedding.
Yeah.
It's so funny because this is now being a wedding photographer, I'm like, this is horrible.
Yeah, because you weren't a wedding photographer at the time.
No, I
Okay.
was like doing photo, but
Okay.
like I think I'd only shot like one wedding before. I didn't know any of the etiquette. And so like our wedding photographer did an amazing job on the photos and like we loved her and fully trusted her. But I just was like, I want more photos. So I asked our friend Nachi, who we always talk about.
Yeah.
I was like, can you just bring your camera too? And like just take
No. Literally, if you like, we're gonna talk about like stories of like attending weddings and shooting weddings like further into the episode, and that would probably be on your list. You're like, I hate when guests bring their cameras.
Yes, exactly. But to be fair, our wedding photographer was also like just starting out at the beginning, which still don't do it. It's still disrespectful, but I feel like it wasn't as like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was whatever. So anyways, he brought his camera and he took a picture of us and like sent it to his phone and edited it real quick. And then he didn't post it. Our other friend posted it on Twitter.
Oh, was it Nika?
No, it was
Oh.
Aaron Ruggles.
Yeah. Okay.
Name dropping. And it was like the photo of Tanner crying when I was walking down the aisle, and then the photo of us walking back down the aisle, like celebrating. And she just
Wait, so Nachi was actually like moving around taking photos?
no, he took it from his seat.
Okay. I was gonna say I imagine him like just sitting at his seat, but I was like, please don't tell me.
No. So, anyways, she posted that on Twitter, and it's so funny because like. It was just like cute. Like she posted the caption
Like,
like
best friends
I
are
want
married.
the world to see this and melt was the caption, okay? And it was those two photos. And we're like, oh, it's so cute. And whenever we like got on the plane to our honeymoon, we got on the plane to our honeymoon and then we landed in China. And I'm not kidding. The tweet had like I still don't know how many. I'm
I
going to
have no
say
idea.
500,000 retweets. Like, it was blown up.
And people just being like, I love this.
I love them. Like, who are these people? Like, just saying the suit is so good. The girl looks like this person. Everyone kept saying I looked like, who was a person?
I was like, Jennifer Aniston.
They kept saying I looked like Selena Gomez. I don't know.
She looked like somebody. You should dig up the tweet.
Oh, okay. I'll put that on. Too.
Yeah.
And they kept saying Tanner looked like the guy from Parks and Rec, the guy who's married to April.
Oh, like Chris Pratt?
Yes, they kept saying like, "Is this Chris Pratt?" I thought this was Chris Pratt. I'm like, okay. So, anyways, it was just crazy because that like somehow got back to our Instagram and like blew up our Instagram. And that is how I originally ended up getting a lot of followers to start our photography business.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, our wedding, I'm sure we'll also just like post wedding photos as well.
Yeah.
But it was really fun because we were young.
Mm.
And even though we didn't have alcohol, like it was literally a party. Like
Yeah.
the dance floor was crazy all night. It was so much fun. And I just remember like just being so excited to hear the song Closer by the Chainsmokers. I was just like, this is the best of my life. Just like all my friends were just like, from your roommate back in Boulder. It was so fun.
I feel like also like younger weddings that don't have alcohol, like there's almost nothing else to do. Like there's no,
Yeah,
like,
you might as well dance.
yeah, you might as well dance. Like you're not drinking. And that almost makes it more fun because you know that nobody's going to be a jerk. Like nobody's going to get
Yeah.
drunk and like do
Also,
something
I
stupid.
was like, if you want to bring your own, like, go ahead. Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a crap. Like, go out to your car, bring
Yeah.
a flask.
It also made the whole experience, I'm sure, much more affordable since you weren't paying for alcohol.
Yes. And I don't know if you guys had to do this or if it was like just built in, but like you also have to pay for like insurance if people are drinking.
Yeah, like the place that our like wedding day through the venue needed insured. And then I think our like bar cart also was like, you need insurance for the day.
Yeah.
I told my
like,
dad that, but I don't know if he did it.
I'm sure he did because like they like aren't legally allowed to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, it was really, really fun. And Cole did the video.
Oh my gosh, that's
our
right.
king.
Yeah, that sucks that he was there and I wasn't. I think I say that to him all the time. I'm like, that's so annoying. But
Yeah, Cole was a high schooler. He just graduated high school and he was just like into video. So we were like, hey, you want to do this? Like for literally $200. And he's like, yeah. I think we've said this on the podcast before,
Yeah.
but it's so funny.
it's so funny. Also, like, it's
And, like,
just so
sweet.
I mean, I haven't watched it in a long time, but it's so dramatic. And I just feel like it's
so
not
dramatic.
I don't know. It's like not you guys, I feel like.
Mhm.
But
To be fair, I asked him to make it to that song. I don't know why I asked that. Why I wanted that song. It's a Lana Del Rey song.
what is that one again? We will be 100%
It's
posting
gonna
it.
be
It's on your
beautiful.
Solich account, isn't it?
I don't know.
Cole's in the
saying
back.
do not
He's
post it.
saying don't
We'll post
do
a
it.
little clip of it. We'll post a clip. Okay. We won't show the whole thing. We won't show the stock footage of the tree.
Honestly, the transitions are my favorite part. The
It's like-
burn. And Cole is also now doing wedding videos, so you should hire him.
Yeah, he's really good now, guys. He's much better, and you should hire him.
Anyways, anything else to add? You went to Bali on your honeymoon.
Yeah, it was dumb. We should do a honeymoon episode.
We'll do
another
a whole
time.
because we both went to great places.
And we should have people also send in their honeymoon stories.
yes, successes and horror stories.
Yeah, okay. So we won't talk about the honeymoon, but yes, we did go to Bali and we'll leave you hanging on that one.
Don't you want to
Just
know?
hanging. Okay, so give a debrief, if you will, on your
A
wedding.
debrief. Okay,
This one is fresher in our minds.
much more fresher. Literally April 1st. So I don't know when this episode comes out. We'll be married for 6 months, which is crazy. But
It's so funny because I texted Ashley like last week. I was like, oh my God, I feel like such a bad friend. I forgot your 6-month anniversary. And she was
also,
like,
what are you obligated to do on my 6-month anniversary?
just say it. I just wanted to say it.
Just text me. and
As
be
a
like,
maid of honor, I have
"Congrats."
to come to your house and bring you a pie.
It's in the rules.
You have to maintain it. I feel like do you agree that your best man and maid of honor should tell you happy anniversary on your year anniversaries?
Oh, I would be surprised if you didn't. I don't know if I would say like maybe like you have to, but I would be like, I would notice. I would notice if people didn't.
Yeah.
Or 4 people didn't.
Yeah. I feel like you should have to.
Interesting. Have you held up everyone? Because you've been a maid of honor a lot of times.
No, I haven't. Actually.
So you suck.
Yeah. Actually, I do suck. Okay, sorry.
But,
continue.
yeah.
So 6 months almost. Congrats.
6 months. Thank
the
you.
best 6 months of your life.
And I'm ready to give you all of my advice. Yes. So we got married, or we got engaged in May, and kind of similar story to you. I had a vision of like a ring that I wanted, and I just like sent Cole an Etsy link, and I was like, this will be perfect. And he was like, okay, cool. Literally had the ring in his cart and like on Etsy and everything. And then
I remember whenever you text me, you were like, I think we're ordering it.
Yeah. And like, everything was happening. And then we like, obviously like my parents knew that like Cole had talked to my dad and like knew that like we wanted to get married. And so my mom had made mention to my grandma, and my grandma was like, well, I don't know what she's looking for. And I feel like my family, which like I can be in some instances, thinks I'm really particular. And so she was like, I don't know what she's looking for, but like I have had this ring that was like the same situation of, I think it's my great grandmother's, or it might be 2 greats, ring that she hadn't always wanted to give me like once I got engaged, or like,
That's
I don't know,
cute.
some big life event. And so she's like, I've just had this ring set aside for her. And I was like, my mom was like, hey, like grandma has had this ring set aside for you. She sent me some photos. Like, why don't you, like, if you don't like it, like, it's totally okay. She said she won't be offended. And I was like, okay, just send it. Again,
You're
literally.
like, either way, I'll take it, even
Yeah.
if I'm not gonna.
I'll take the dime. Yeah, that was like the thing too. I think she was like, she doesn't want me to change it into something else. I think I could change the setting, but it was just like, don't go melt it down or like
put it
like
as,
crunch it up or anything like that. But so she sent the photos of it, and I was like, that's literally exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. Like literally exactly yours, round, single, gold band, and
Twins.
It was meant to be.
It is so
Here,
cute.
like, just flash them.
We are married, everyone.
Yes, it's proof.
Wait, you want to know something that I think is so stupid?
Sure.
Whenever someone gets engaged, okay. So when you got engaged, I was already married for 4 years. If we took a photo both showing our rings together.
You're like, this is not
I'm
your
like,
moment.
it's not about you.
Yeah.
You should just be.
Oh, which you might have been able to hear that on the camera, on the mics. Literally thunder. That was like the most terrifying thing ever.
I love thunder.
We can take this out or leave it in. I don't care.
But yeah, it's like, it's not your moment. You don't need to show your ring to. Everybody knows you're married. Okay.
That's
you
an
should
interesting
be,
point.
Like, the person who's engaged, show the ring, and then everyone else just hold it. Unless for some reason, like, okay, my other best friend, Madison, her and her sister, like, both got engaged in the same year. And they took one together, and they're sisters. So
also,
like,
it feels sisters
okay.
like feel like a little bit different. But yeah, you're right. It could come across as like, see, you're in the club now.
And I hate that vibe. I hate the welcome to the married club, or like welcome to the parenthood club. It's like, just let people live their lives.
Yeah. Where you're like, I didn't sign up for this club.
Yeah.
To be in this club with you.
We're not the same. Okay, sorry, continue.
So anyway, so like I don't know, we had like talked very openly about wanting to get engaged, and we knew, I feel like I've talked about this maybe in our like very first episode, but we knew that we wanted Jen and Tan as our matron of honor and best man. And so obviously they're the best photo and video people in all of Pittsburgh. And so we were like, what's your wedding schedule looking like? And for some reason, Cole was like, it has to be an October date. And I was like, okay, I don't care. We just knew that we wanted it to be the fall. And Jenna was like, I can do September 30th or October 1st. And we were like, October 1st it is. So
I felt so bad.
No, and you were also like literally 8 months pregnant too,
Yeah.
which is crazy. So I was like, no, you're totally fine. So we literally like just set like the date and then had to go seek out our vendors like accordingly. Also, like I said, we got engaged in May. So it was like real. I don't even
also,
remember.
fall is insane for planning weddings.
Literally.
Like our fall has been booked out for 2 years.
Yeah. I don't remember like last summer at all because I'm like, oh, I didn't go to like the wave pool or like Kennywood. We like didn't go as often. I was like, oh yeah, because I was freaking planning a wedding in 5 months. Like,
Yeah, and you were very stressed.
I was very stressed, but honestly, like to get all spiritual, but like all of like the pieces just like fell into place and like everything worked out. Like where it was like still like a month out, I was like, everything's good. Literally, except getting my dress
She was
altered.
thinking everything was so good. I'm like, so, like, have you ordered your dress yet? Well, okay. Tell about the dress.
Okay.
It's a similar situation to mine.
Yes.
A lot of our things are lining up.
We're meant to be. So literally, I feel like the day after I got engaged, Jenna was texting me like, okay, where do you want to go look at dresses? Because again, we knew that we did not have a lot of time.
We were like, let's get
these appointments going. And so she got appointments for me. And like, I went to, Blanc de Blanc was the first one. And then Beholden. And
which, if you're in Pittsburgh, Blanc de Blanc is the best. And it's a small business. And the owner is so sweet.
Everybody, yeah, the whole trying on a dress and like shopping for your dress experience was really fun. Like the only thing that sucked is like we had literally just like lightning. I'm sorry, lightning just struck and I was like scared me.
Were you gonna say the thing that sucked was a trial?
Oh no.
That made me so mad.
The only thing that sucked is because like after COVID, like they just like still had a bunch of rules implemented. And so I had a bridal party of 8 and only 4 at Blanc de Blanc could come, maybe even more. Because it was Katie, you, my mom, sister, and Cole's mom. 5. Okay. So Blanc de Blanc was more. Beholden was like 3. And so we made it just like family for Beholden. But so that like kind of sucked. But it was actually really sweet because a lot of my bridesmaids were out of town. And so everybody was on FaceTime. It was really
fun.
Cute. So went to Blanc de Blanc, tried on a bunch of different dresses, found one that I really liked. And it was like, just... I don't know. I just couldn't like bring myself like to, in all transparency, my parents like basically paid for everything for us. And so my mom was like, if you love it, like get it. And I was like, no, it feels so silly to like spend this much money on a dress. And
it was also a very simple dress.
Very simple. Yeah. And I was like, they had given us a budget and I was like, I almost feel like selfish, like taking so much of the budget, not so much, but like taking some of this big of a chunk of the budget to my dress. So
wait, can I say something really quick? The dress that I tried on, that I tried to model after something, was also at Blanc de Blanc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I was going to ask you something, but never mind. Why? Yeah. And then also like, so there was like a set price, but then it was going to be like a lot more because of like the rushed shipping fee.
Yes, that was the thing that really made you be like,
so
no.
I was like, I just didn't want to walk away, or I didn't want to like commit to anything. And so I was like, and we had another appointment too. So I was like, I kind of knew at Blanc de Blanc that I wasn't going to get anything because I was like, I am going to Beholden
to see the other stuff.
So we went to Beholden later that day. And honestly, their dresses are so stunning. Like some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
They do such a good job and keep things so affordable. Seriously.
They really do. Yeah. It's honestly like for as beautiful and I feel like runway worthy, like all of their dresses are, like they're in like the $1,000 range or lower.
Yeah.
So I tried on a few dresses and liked them. And like I had, like this, an idea of like what I wanted. And so I was going for the same style. But then I just saw this one that I was like, oh, this is like really fun and like really like just different. And I tried it on and I was like, oh, this is like really cute. Like, I think I really like this. And I hadn't like had that overwhelming feeling towards a dress yet. And so I really liked it. And then I looked at the price tag and it was like $400. And I was like, is this right? And she was like, yeah, we're just like, that dress is retired. And so we only have it left in your size. And I was like, cool.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. I got a ring and a dress.
For free.
For free. Oh, yeah. But so we got the Beholden dress. And after like just talking to bridesmaids and family, I was like, well, why don't I get like a dress off of Etsy that's like the Blanc de Blanc one.
That's more simple.
More simple. It just felt ridiculous to spend like so much money on something that was so simple. And so got that one off of Etsy for like $200. Wore that for the ceremony. Changed before the reception into the Beholden one, $400 one.
Which I ended up loving that look way more than the first look anyways.
Yeah, everybody was like, that feels like more you. And I was like, I completely agree.
Which I would have said in the beginning that the first one was more you. But then when it was happening, I was like, that is you. Like you switch your hair to being up and then the fun dress.
Yeah.
It was just good vibes.
I had boots on too with the second one.
It was so cute. I loved like how you did it because I wish I would have like done 2 looks because it's just so fun. I wish I would have done 5 looks.
Literally. I know. I think like a month before the wedding, I was like, should I do an exit look? Even though we weren't going anywhere.
That's why I wanted to do a vow renewal, honestly, because I was like, I just want a different bridal look, which we were actually saying recently. We were like, what if we just wrote each other new vows and then just
did it again.
Just to each other and just like recorded it ourselves.
That'd be cute.
Or did a photo shoot.
Yeah. I feel like I hear so many people be like, I don't know, some pastors be like, I think it's so funny, like hearing vows on the wedding day because you're just so naive. Yeah. And you're like, I will love you through every storm, where it's like, obviously it's true, but it's like, you haven't seen storms yet.
Yeah. I feel like our vows are very like what you are supposed to say as like a Christian couple. And
I promise to put God in the center.
Yes. And like, I want to say things after having experience that are like different, I guess. So maybe we'll do it for 5 years. I don't know.
There you go.
We'll see.
But sorry,
your vows were so beautiful.
Honestly, my vows are pretty goated.
Yours were so
I spent
beautiful.
like a week working on it and just like workshopping it. But yeah, I loved my vows.
Okay. So Ashley's wedding day comes and it, of course, like, all of October was so warm.
Yeah, all of September. Yeah,
all of September and all of October was already so warm and beautiful.
Yeah.
This was the one day amidst everything that it was storm.
Yeah. There was like the remnants of like a hurricane in Florida, like was hitting PA. Literally, like our rehearsal dinner, stunning.
The sunset
was
pretty.
Beautiful. And then
the day after?
The day after went to another wedding. They were on the patio. I was so jealous.
Yeah.
Everything happened the way it was supposed to. And it was very cute. Like
it was such a vibe.
Yes.
Like I was obsessed. Everybody had clear umbrellas.
Yes. The whole wedding party had clear umbrellas. My aunt was like going to every Big Lots and clearing them out of all of their clear umbrellas and black umbrellas. The black was for the guests.
Yes.
And so all of our photos are like uniformed,
yes,
which I was
so pretty.
Yeah, I like as the day was happening, like, and they were setting up, and we were at a house, but it wasn't like an Airbnb. I guess technically it's an Airbnb, but like I just booked it directly through them, and they gave it to us for the whole weekend. So we were there all weekend, and we had like a rental company set up a dance floor in the tent. The boys were outside all morning, like setting up everything. And like it would rain periodically. And I would just be upstairs like, please God, please let it stop. Please let it stop. And everyone's like, just like, let it happen. It's fine. But it drizzled for the ceremony. But like, at least my biggest thing is like, at least it wasn't a downpour.
Oh my God, I wish it was. It was so beautiful. Like, sorry, I keep feeling like I have to sneeze. That's why my eyes are watering. During the ceremony, like everybody had the umbrellas. We were all holding them. And you know the sound of rain on the umbrellas. And like they were saying their vows and like everyone was crying. And like it was just the most beautiful moment ever. I was crying so hard because it was just like, it was so different and beautiful. And I feel like if you would have done it at like, so like for our wedding, it was supposed to rain and it didn't. But like the venue, because it was like more of a venue and yours was just kind of a house, they literally were like, we won't set up anything outside if it's going to rain. But so I feel like if you guys would have done it like at a different place, they wouldn't have like let that happen.
Yeah.
But you kind of had free reign. So you were like, we're doing it.
Literally, I remember like maybe 30 minutes before I was supposed to walk down the aisle. I was dressed and everything. We had done like my first look with my dad, and we'd done like our first touch. And so like everyone's just kind of chilling and vibing now. And my mom was like, okay, so the radar says that like this rain is supposed to continue. Do you want everyone to move the chairs under the tent? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, sweetie, but like, what do you expect them to do? I was like, grab a towel, wipe down your seat. I don't know what's so hard about that.
I went in all the bathrooms and got all the towels out, and like then we went and wiped them down, and then I put them in the dryer, and then we like came back out with them again, and like you just have to make it work. But
yeah,
it was
everybody
so
rallied,
cool.
and it was just like the day overall. Cole and I were just like, obviously everyone's like, this is the best day of your life, and I'm like, there will never be an instance where all of these people are here again. But you could just tell that everybody was so excited for us and was just so on board with the day that they were like, oh, you need me, like we would throw people towels and they're like, okay, I'll wipe down a seat. And it was just like, you came to attend, and they're just like so willing to serve and like help us make it the best day.
Truly, it was really, really good vibes. Like we obviously shoot weddings a lot, and I truly feel like the weddings that I've been in have been such different and more fun and exciting vibes than the weddings that I shoot. I don't know. Like, it's just like so good.
It was the best. I know we've been like talking for a long time, but I'll hit like my highlights. We did food trucks, which I've literally wanted food trucks. My dream was always as a little girl to have an In-N-Out food truck because they like have trucks in California. Obviously that wasn't going to happen. So we got a BRGR. I literally could not say enough good things about all of our vendors. So if you've been on like my Instagram, I think I posted stuff before. Any vendor that was associated with our wedding, I would recommend to anybody. Yeah. But BRGR was a burger truck. They did burgers, fries, and milkshakes.
Oh, the milkshakes. And also it was very interesting because like when we're standing in line, people were like, do we have to pay for this? Because like the food truck obviously has like it painted on the outside, the prices.
Yeah. I didn't know this.
But obviously no, you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But like you could have literally ordered 10 milkshakes.
Oh
and
yeah.
They would have made it.
And then we did a pizza truck too, where like you could just go up and get your own custom pizza. And everybody was like, this is the best food ever. And both trucks completely sold out.
Yeah. It was so delicious.
Yeah. I was so happy. Like somebody like went and grabbed us food and brought it to like the table, and I just had like a few bites of stuff, but I was like, this is really good.
And your pictures like with your like
with like the burger
fries
and the fries
and stuff were
I know it's
so
like, and again,
cute.
like so us, I feel like.
And that's what I'm saying about our wedding. Like we didn't like do anything like that.
Yeah.
Like we just literally like I was showing our photographer like Pinterest photos of like, this is what I want to do. It wasn't about like, it wasn't us.
Yeah.
And
like
I feel
it didn't
like you
have
guys
like your
did a great
personal
job with
touches.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. We did a bar truck. Our vendor was She's All Tap, which they were great. It was very expensive. Like they have their fee, and then you have to go purchase all of the alcohol yourself. Mm-hmm. So my parents are real MVPs for that one. Like week of the wedding, they were going and clearing out every liquor store with all of their like champagne and whiskey. We made custom drinks, which was really nice. But then they put it all on tap for us. And then the dance floor.
I was gonna say the dance floor. Fun. It was so fun.
I knew going into it, I was like, we're going to dance. We're going to have a good time. But you couldn't have pulled me off of that dance floor. No. I was having the time of my life. Like all of like those photos, honestly, are like, sometimes like we have clients that are like, oh, I don't really care about the dancing photos. Like you guys can like head home after like dancing starts. They're like my most prized possessions.
Well,
they're
so fun. People just don't even dance. Which again, all the weddings that I've been a part of have been so much fun dancing. Yeah. And that's just the best. You want to know something? In America, we don't have enough situations where dancing happens.
That's so true.
Like, why do I have to go to a club or a wedding to dance? Wedding, yeah. I want there to just be a holiday where we dance, or, just...
It's like Christmas. We're done with Christmas services and everyone's just going to dance.
We're just going to normal music.
Yeah.
It's just... I love dancing. I love a good dance floor.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And yeah, those photos are incredible. DJ Andrew Smith. I was terrified of like, also I don't even know if I told you this, but he was originally booked for our date. And he said that like something happens, they like switched the date or something. So then he was available. And then I like emailed him or inquired like 2 days later. And he was like, that day was literally open for like 2 days before you took
God
it.
was planning it for you.
My top vendors, I mean, obviously you need a venue, but the ones that truly, truly meant the most to me were photographer and DJ. I'm like, they create the vibe. They capture the vibe and they create the vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, I'm sure we'll post a bunch of photos. I don't know if I have anything else to say on it other than it truly was the best day of my life.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And I was so pregnant that
literally like a month away from giving birth.
Yeah. I went into the house and changed into a sweatsuit for dancing. And it was just like so fun that it was like a crop top and then my belly was out and then my shorts. And it was just so fun.
I was gonna say there was just no rules on the dance floor. Peter had his tie around his head at one point. Cole took his shirt off.
Cole was going crazy.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It was the best.
I feel like we like don't have time to tell wedding stories.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I hope this is what you wanted.
Yeah. Okay. So we will do another episode.
We'll do a part 2.
Yes. Of shooting weddings.
Yeah.
Stories, the things that have happened to us because we definitely have a lot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you've been in the industry for what, like 4 years?
The industry. Yeah. I usually say 5 years, but like.
You're like around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there was like a joke at the very beginning. I have been shooting weddings for like 2 years, like mainly being a second shooter. And they just the most wildest and dumbest stuff happens to me. You were literally like, Ashley, I've been doing this for 5 years and that's never happened.
Oh, so much more has happened to you than me. Truly, I feel like I have maybe 2 or 3 things that I could say.
Yeah, I think it was 2021 alone gave me something about those weddings that year.
They were the COVID reschedules.
They were and they brought the crazy.
Yeah, we will have that in another episode coming soon.
Yes. All right. Well, we love you guys, and you know the drill at this point. Also, you guys have started to interact with our questions on Spotify, which is so much fun for us to look at.
Yes.
But always you can DM us or respond to the question and just tell us what you're liking. Maybe, and we're here for the feedback. So tell us what you're disliking.
We have been like, we seriously love it whenever people like talk to us. Like you see someone message us and was like, hey, I heard you said that like you get really emotional. So you should try
Gabrielle.
this.
Yes.
Like, I just love that. So please talk to us.
Talk to us. Yes. We do all the talking. Now it's your turn. But we love you guys so much. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. And we will see you next week.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.